Welcome guys, I'm giving the Dragon Alchemy deck another spin. It's pretty similar to last time, but I have thrown in Rith Liberated Primeval. This gives all your dragons Ward 2, and you can get extra dragons if you deal excess damage to something. So I dropped a Kyodai for Rith. I thought it might be fun as well to include Thrakus the Butcher. Just he can double the power of each dragon you control to the end of turn if he attacks. It seems like fun to maybe combo a few of these things together, like Earthquake Dragon, and Miirym, and so on. So I thought I'll include this guy. I have dropped a young blue dragon for that guy. We'll see how we get on. I'm gonna try out ranked queue and see how rough it is. It's probably going to be quite challenging, but yeah, just in best of one. I haven't figured out a sideboard for this deck yet. Well, we have a Dragon's Fire to try and keep us alive. Then we've got a 5-drop and a 6-drop. But I guess this is going to be not unusual for the Dragon deck. Thing to remember with Thran Portal, it's untapped as long as there are 2 or fewer other lands when you play it. So we'll play it on turn 3, I think, because I think we might need that land. Okay, it's Thalia. And I will play the Thran Portal. Let's think carefully about what we're missing. We've got red, blue, black. We're actually missing green and white. So I'll go for green with this. And go ahead and Dragon's Fire for 3 damage. The Patch Plate Resolute. So the next creature that comes out is going to be quite big. Yeah, so that'll be a 4/4 Siege Veteran. That will become a 5/5. And there goes Dragon's Legacy, fair enough. I've used up my Dragon Fires, unfortunately, so we've probably lost this game. We're looking at lethal damage next turn. I don't think we can play Lozhan. I'm going to try Miirym. It's probably got the second Brutal Cathar, though. They usually do. Yep. And let's not waste any time. It was not a particularly good hand. It was very slow. And we could have sort of gambled, well, a little bit by holding on to Dragonfire. If you know the soldier deck pretty well, you could say, right, I need to hold Dragonfire for Siege Veteran and Brutal Cathar, I think. Okay, a 2-lander, but we have a ramp dude here to get us to 3 mana, but we don't have red. It's an entire hand of red. I think we have to mulligan this. It's another 2-lander. No red. Same deal. It's determined not to give me red mana. Okay, we'll just gamble and hope we top deck some red. I've got question marks about my mana base here. There seems to be a lot of these green and blue lands. Okay, we're against mono red burn, I think. Okay, Secluded Courtyard is kind of useful, but it means we can't actually cast Dragonfire or Carnelian Orb of Dragonkind with the red mana from this. We can only cast creatures. We can cast Lozhan with it. Let's go for Dragon. Scale Nurturer. It's interesting he didn't do anything. Okay. Tap this guy. Get 2 life. Swing for 1. He's playing twin shot snipers. Okay, looks very goblinoid in fact. Wow. Goblin spells cost 1 red less to cast. And you get a random card every turn. That seems pretty cool. Okay, I will block a 1/1 goblin. Okay, we have the Dragon-Kami Reborn, that's something. Well, that gains me 2 life as well. Dragon-Kami Reborn into Dragon-Kami Reborn. Or maybe a red mana source. Oh! Yeah, I forgot how this works. It only works with creatures, so I just totally whiffed, basically. Attack with these 2. He's got another one, okay, sure. And now he's quite seriously ahead. All his goblins are free. Sure, and okay, let's block 3 damage and oh yeah, we don't get anything off that. Let's not block it. Take a big bunch of damage. This is the sort of thing I'm scared about in Alchemy, just ridiculous cards. Okay, yes, let's get that one. Sort of looks like we're gonna die. Let's do no attacks. Oh, he's got his third one, that's nice. Why not? So he'll just be drawing 4 cards a turn. Okay, and another card. Did that not work? Okay. Ah, right, yeah, it's got to flip before you get dragons out of it. Fair enough. Okay, let's try and block some damage, I guess. Feels like red and green are going to be quite important for this deck. I'm just going to consult Frank Carston's article on sources of mana. So for a 60 card deck, I'd say we need 13 green, 13 red. I do have more of those, okay. Okay, interesting. I have 12 red that can cast the orb and the dragon's fire. So that's clearly not enough. Because, as we saw, secluded courtyard's no good for non-creature dragons. I don't know if we'll be able to cast Korlessa Scale Singer, because then we'd need 13 blue as well. 5, 6... Okay, so that should work because that works with Secluded Courtyard. That's what I'm slightly confused about. We've got planes in the deck, but we've got no way of searching for it. Drop the planes and add another mountain. And we could add actually another Xander's Lounge these days. Drop a mountain. I could add another Thran Portal and drop a forest. And I think we're not ready for ranked alchemy after those 2 games. We definitely need to try alchemy play for a bit and test the deck out. Okay, got a couple of Dragon's Fire, which can actually do 10 damage with the Earthquake Dragon in my hand, which is quite interesting. This is a deck that does need a lot of land, so I think we start with Xander's Lounge. I don't think we're going to... Ooh, Typhoid Rats. I have not seen those before. It's alright, it's a 1/1 Death Touch for 1. I think we'll need... The Thran Portal will need to be green to actually cast Dragon-Kami Reborn. Okay. I had to check these rats to see if they were like plague rats, but yeah, it's just 1/1 Death Touch. We do have the breath weapon in our hand. Oh, okay. Phyrexian Flesh Gorger. Well, breath weapon can't kill that, unfortunately. Did I have a plan? Okay, let's Dragon's Fire this guy. Just for 3, and we'll take 3. Right, we want Thran Portal on green and Dragon-Kami Reborn. And yeah, we'll take one of these out. Oh, it's the Death Touch theme deck, I guess. I do really like Battlefly Swarm. I think a Death Toucher with flying is pretty good. Okay. We have another Lozhan. I think this is the point I use. Actually, I'll play a tap land. Play a tap land because that is instant speed. There's a Sheoldred. That's going to do me 2 damage, so... There must be some Death Touch payoff. I think Will Dragon's Father, Sheoldred on balance. Reveal and good. I was a bit worried there for a second. Okay, we have an egg. Very good. It's another Sheoldred. Okie doke. I do have enough red mana to do all of this, I guess. Ah, cool. We have the Fearsome Whelp. We're on 6 mana already. See if he's got Sheoldred number 3. Okay. Kyodai, a turn too late. Okay, Fresh Gorger has Ward and Menace and Lifelink. So this is the... Okay, that's the 3/3 version. Just, yeah, it's got Menace. I could do a surprise double block next turn. And the Fearsome Whelp would survive. Unless he's got instant speed removal. So 2 cards left. What is this? As long as pack weapon is attached to a creature, you don't lose the game for having 0 or less life. Whenever a creature attacks, draw a card and reveal it. A creature gets +6/+6 until end of turn, and you lose X life, where X is that creature's mana value. A creature's mana value, interesting. Is it 3 or 7? Equip, discard a card. Well, I am fascinated to figure out how this is going to actually work. Right, pass to attackers. You have to equip it as sorcery speed. Okay, Dragon-Kami Reborn. doke. Do seem to love finding Lozhan with this card. Toxrill, oh no. So he's dead. I don't get anything from the Dragon-Kami. Well, that's not great. Hourglass Coven. Fun. Okay. Interesting. A lot of 1 mana death touches he is playing. Well, we survived the 2 Sheoldreds and the 2 Flesh Gorgers, but he drew into his late game bombs before I did, really. Well, mine was still a bit too expensive even by the end of the game. Right, we might get some Korlessa action here. It needs blue and green. We do have that. Play dragons off the top in theory. Right, what is this guy? So you can give him first strike. Okay. Right, I think... do I want the Fearsome Whelp this turn? Decisions. Well, I don't have any green mana, that is an issue. I'm going to go ahead and play that. I have green mana on top of the deck, of course, which helps. Let's block and see if he's got a combat trick or something. Okay, Angel of Vitality. Alright. Well, we can play a Lozhan off the top of the deck here. Seems pretty good. I don't want to trade with Angel of Vitality though. Okay. Block this guy. The only war leader. Oh yeah, this guy. Thran Portal. Are we going to need white mana at some point? Maybe. Right, I'm pretty sure. So the Whelp does 2 damage with Lozhan. I can do 4 damage with Dragon's Fire. Well, he did have a combat trick. Nice. Nope, nothing there. I'm curious as to how I can cast this actually. Oh, add mana. Oh, this is now add 1 mana of any color. Oh, that's much better now. Okay. Ooh, we've got quite a choice here. Earthquake Dragon's pretty cool. I like copying dragons. Let's go for Miirym. And no attacks. Keep forgetting that the egg has to come into play, and then the egg has to die before you get your dragons. Don't want to jump the gun on these things. Okay, that's pretty serious. Okay, no blocks. We're gaining 4 life off this next turn. Okay. We're not blocking, so we'll just trade like this. I guess the important thing with this, it's not just the egg dying, it's any dragon you control dying. Let's play that. Let's just swing in with this guy. Block the 5/5. That should actually trigger both eggs, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Let's have a Miirym Sentinel Wyrm, please. I could have shot him in the face. Another Korlessa. Well, there we go. My deck did something. But it was touch and go. The temptation is to go up to 4 Dragon's Fire and 4 Breath Weapons. I think we've got 3 and 2 at the moment. I think we've got quite a lot of... There's a sort of tooth to tail ratio to think about, and tail would be all the supporting cards like lands and ramp cards. So we don't have that much tooth in the deck. There's a few huge creatures. So we can go through long periods of time where we don't draw anything. Right, we have no green mana this time. We'll give it a bash. Duress, there goes, I guess, Breath Weapon. Extract the truth, so you can get rid of my whelp. So I can't do anything next turn. Or he might be scared of Kyodai. Yeah. That makes sense. Let's play the top land because we can't do anything. I could have cycled that land later just to try and draw into some white or green mana. Okay. Guess he's got every hand destruction spell on his deck. In a way it's a relief because I'm completely mana screwed, so it'd be scary. Yeah, that's a bit more scary. That's an actual threat. Lets me actually. That's a generous one that actually lets me draw an extra card. We didn't draw green mana. Duress, it's all creatures, so that's not going to do anything. Discard 2 cards. Okay, right. We're kind of 2 mana away from this one. I think the Skilled Nurturer has to go. This can gain me some card advantage if I just draw green mana. So we'll get rid of Miirym as well. And that's why I shouldn't have done that. I was just thinking Dragonfire only does 3 damage without a dragon to help it. Yeah. Oh well. Bound to happen. I've got to say, we're playing some interesting decks here. Oh, Thran Portal for green mana could be very useful. Another No Way Out, maybe. Okay. Actually, okay, well, I could play this guy to save save him from removal. Hand removal. But I could also do Korlessa and Dragon's Fire for 4 and stop the immediate threat. I think this way around seems quite good. Comes a Lozhan next turn anyway, so. Oh, reveal a dragon card. That would have been disastrous. Okay, that's dead. So he's got some removal cards in his deck. Yeah, got the other one. Oh yeah, Adventure actually protects this card from stuff. Let's try that. Oh yeah, I can shoot you when I do that. That's nice. Alright, gives me access to white mana. We've already lost Rith and Liberated Primeval, and I think the other white card as well. Yeah, Kyodai bit the dust, so we don't need white mana. Target creature or planeswalker. Yeah, I'm going to play that land. Right, Liliana.
Get in my way, tend to regret it. One of your friends has to leave.
Okay. Play the land. Go face, I think. We did it. We survived the hand destruction deck. Okay, 2-lander, but we have red mana. And lots of red cards. Fearsome Whelp and expensive cards, so that's a pretty good combination. And 1 Dragon's Fire as well. And we're on the draw, so we get an extra card. this one first. Nice, Sunset Revelry. Okay, so we have blue mana. We've finished a top deck, that's pretty good going. You can sort of wait until turn 3 to play our Thran Portal, so we don't have to decide what it is until a little bit later. This extra one will get tapped when we play it. So, blue, red, green. We've got white cards in the deck, so we'll choose white. I think I may as well swing in. Wondering if this is the sort of Bant control deck. That's what Sunset Revelry suggests to me. Wandering Emperor, okay.
Run away. You'll be safe. You're done.
I will play this Thran Portal. I think we will need more mana at some point. What colour of mana is the question? Probably go double green. And it looks like we want to haste out Thrakus the Butcher. You can take out the Wandering Emperor. My guess is he's got another Wandering Emperor in hand. That's why he played that one, to kill an insignificant creature. No, in fact, Renin 7, so you can make a 5/5 dude. Obviously, I could play Miirym this turn and kill Renin 7 by attacking with both of these guys. Or I could just Dragonfire. Reveal Miirym. Play Dragon-Kami Reborn. Get it cooking. Let's get Lozhan.
We did not choose this fight.
Could be a life gain theme in this deck as well. Yeah. Whiffed on that one. So you could play the Miirym. In fact, we can haste out the Miirym. That seems good. Quite a lot of damage with Thrakus. Well, that's everything. Okey-doke. I may as well go for that and Fearsome Whelp. continue the beatdown. Wouldn't be surprised if he's got Farewell number 2. He emptied the graveyards as well. He's actually got Depopulate, okay. Yeah. Ah, now, this will be his big card advantage thing. Okay, you get some cool angel, expensive angel things, it looks like. Right. So, Young Blue Dragon. The issue here, we can't scry and draw. And cast it this turn. I think we just want to cast it this turn and get in for some damage. Wedding announcement. Okie doke. Fateful Absence, okie doke. I guess we'll get to draw that card anyway. Okay, let's play another ramp card. In case we top deck something expensive. Okay, so I'm guessing, okay, +1/+1 and lifelink, yeah. Well, we can't kill the Elspeth, we can kill a lifelinker though. Which means I've got more outs that can win me the game next turn. So I think that sort of makes sense, such as this one. There, we did it. Beat the control deck. I'll tell you what, I might have overdone it with ramp in this deck. I've got 4 mana dorks and the 4 mana rocks as well. As well as the 4 dragons that reduce costs. It might be overkill. Because I could trim 3 cards from that and have 4 Dragon Fire and 4 Dragon Breath in the deck. Cool, Fearsome Whelp in the opener. It's always good. Okay, it'll be the Goblin deck. Okay. aggressive play is Fearsome Whelp. We could Dragon's Fire this guy. Okay. Top deck to land, that is very good. Right. Okay, we have a land on top. Okay, another methods enthusiasm, sure. Probably the correct thing to do. Okay, well he's going to play that guy. These guys have haste. Dragon's Fire that guy. Let's decline, we just need 3 damage. Oh, end of your next turn. That's quite generous, that one. So he has a copy of that guy. Alright, Thran Portal unfortunately is tapped. Doesn't matter too much, I think. Let's get some red mana. Yep, can give haste and just win. Didn't even need that many goblins, just 3 removal spells for all of my stuff. Right. Okay, I think I'm just thinking, what do I want to take out? I want to keep the 4 dragons that reduce costs, because I think those are pretty good. Which probably means I'm taking out the haste rocks to some extent. Take out a couple of these, put in 2 breath weapon. And I'll take out 1 Dragon-Kami Reborn. It is it seems quite good. I kind of want to play with 4 of these to just test it out. I could take out a Scale Nurturer. Put in another Dragon's Fire. There we go. This is the sort of reaction when you've lost to goblins a couple of times. All the breath weapons. It means we're going to be weaker against control decks, but I think we're going to meet more aggressive decks, I suppose. So usually it's going to be 2/3 aggressive to 1/3 control. Okay, it's a two lander. We can't use the young blue dragon adventure ability, we do have a mana dork. I'm going to keep this, and fingers crossed, hope for the best. Oh, that's good. Top deck our land. And we can use the Blue Dragon Adventure. And we're going to look for... Oh, that's a cool card. I do like the Vine Wall. I wonder if this is a land deck. A ramp... Some kind of ramp deck. Mishra's Foundry, yeah. Okay, let's play another of these. We've got 4 mana. Let's scry and draw a card. That's sorcery speed. We're going to have 5 mana next turn. I don't think he's going to kill my mana dork. I hope he isn't. So I'm going to get rid of that. And no attacks. Oh yeah, there's lots of ramp in this deck. And I think we'll start with a Lozhan. All right. Well, Thrakus, when Thrakus attacks, he doubles the power of my creatures. But let's play Thrakus. Five damage to the Green Widow. Swing for 4. Oh yes, Blast Zone. Nice. Wake in the Woods. That's a lot of mana he's got. Right, Breath Weapon. Instant speed, isn't it? We've got 7 mana. Let's, yeah, let's Breath Weapon, do a bit more damage. Breath Weapon's pretty good. Well, against some decks anyway. I think it makes sense though, just in general. It's 3 mana at instant. It's instant speed. It's 2 damage. And I've got other things that are doing damage, so I can kind of maybe piece together enough damage to kill a Sheoldred. I could go Breath Weapon plus a 3-point Dragon's Fire, or damage from Lozhan. So I think this might be quite good. I had probably 4 Carnelian Orbs. Is a bit greedy maybe. It is really nice to have haste on all your stuff you're casting, but it's probably better against control decks that are trying to kill everything at sorcery speed, which aren't the majority of the meta. So I think probably running a couple of these is about right. Thrakus the Butcher was quite fun. We saw in that last game. Does add a lot of extra damage. Yeah, we didn't see Rith Liberated Primeval at all, but it ought to be pretty good. There's a lot of excess damage being done, so it's going to make a lot of extra dragons for me. I suppose it's a bit like it's the dragon version of that angel that makes extra angels when you get enough life gain per turn. We haven't cast the Earthquake Dragon in a while. It's a bit challenging. Of course, there's a few ways you can go with a dragon deck. I've gone sort of 4 colours here. There is a really good black uncommon dragon. If you want to go black-red, there's a good black-red rare as well. I've just... Rivaz of the Claw is basically a mana dude just for the dragon deck, who adds 2 mana. So I've only got 1 copy, so it doesn't quite seem worth it. If we look at not collected, Daragaz's Whelp, so that's haven't wildcarded this one yet. So this is the one that pumps up all of your dragons whenever you draw them. With the kicker, when it gets an enter the battlefield to seek a dragon card, so it's card advantage. Helps you find your dragons, especially if you've got a deck that's sort of, your tooth to tail ratio. You've got a lot of support cards and not that many dragons. This can help you find the dragons. So that could be quite good. And I also want to play Ziatora the Incinerator a bit more. This seems quite ridiculous. My dream is just sort of you've got Lozhan in play. And you've got Carnelian Orb. You've got Miirym in play as well. You cast the Earthquake Dragon with haste. It copies itself. You do 20 damage. I think the first one will swing in for another 10 damage. That's 30 damage. Then you sacrifice 1 to Ziatora. That's another 10 damage. So that's 40 damage in 1 turn. Probably not going to need 40 damage very often, but it's the thought that counts, I suppose. Anyway, that is the dragon deck, so I think we tuned it up a little bit there, and it's probably a little bit better now than it was, at least. Anyway, so I think that's the video. Thanks for watching. Welcome, guys. Just a bit of bonus content. I'm just opening my 6 Brothers of War Alchemy packs. Okay, let's see. Argivian Welcome. Destroy up to 1 target creature with power 4 or greater. Choose an online card in your hand. It perpetually gains flash. That is interesting. Patchplate Resolute. Oh, that's right. I've seen this in the pre-made decks. Helps pump things up. Yep. Thermical Phoenix. Flying Haste, 2/2 for 3 mana. When it dies, it gets +2/+2. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may play X and red, where X is Thermical Phoenix's power. If you do, return it from your graveyard to the battlefield. So, after the first time it dies, it can come back for 5 mana. Well, it's a 4/4 Flying Haste. And then you can assign it as an attacker, I guess. Yep, not bad. Okay, familiar with these cards, I think. Although I've not seen Hurkyl's Prodigy. Makes a Power Stone token. When it attacks, you can pay 3. It can't be blocked this turn, and it perpetually gets +2 power. Seems okay. You can pay for that cost with Power Stones, of course. Assemble the team. Search the top third of your library, round it up for a card. Put that card into your hand, then shuffle. Pretty good. Sort of, it's like impulsing for, you know, top 15, 20 cards in your deck. It is sorcery speed though. It's black and green. Yeah, feels like that's got to be pretty good. Oh, Rusko the Clockmaker. He conjures a midnight clock onto the battlefield. Every non-creature spell adds an hour counter to every midnight clock. They lose 1 life and you gain 1 life. Midnight Clock is a mana rock, and you can spend 3 mana to put an hour on it. Beginning of each upkeep, you put an hour counter on it. When it gets its 12th hour counter, shuffle your hand and graveyard into your library, then draw 7 cards and exile the Midnight Clock. Okay. I was thinking it would give you an extra turn. No, it's just a there is a card, Winds of Change or something like that. That I forget what that's not the name of the original Power 9 card that does this. Time Twister, I think, is the one that where you shuffle hand and graveyard and then draw 7. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Melt Through. Deals 2 damage to any target. If it's a creature, it perpetually gains. As long as this creature is on the battlefield, damage isn't removed from it during cleanup steps. Alright, that's a pretty cool card. That's a good... that's a really good shock, basically. Tornos endures. Exile target creature it gains at the beginning of your upkeep. If this card is exiled, it perpetually gets +1/+1, then you may put it on the battlefield. Okay, and it's instant speed, so this is a protection spell. And you don't have to bring the creature out. You can have it. You can keep it exiled, and it will keep getting +1/+1 counters. Well, not counters, but it perpetually gets +1/+1. Seems good. Okay, Foundry Groundbreaker. When it enters the battlefield, sacrifice a land, then conjure 2 cards named Mishra's Foundry onto the battlefield tapped. well. And it's a 3/4 for 4. That's not bad. So you get... It makes 2 Mishra's Foundries. That seems pretty decent. Okay, another Tornos Endures. Okay, Warzone Duplicator. 6/6 for 6. You can prototype for 4 mana to make a 3/3. When Warzone Duplicator enters the battlefield, return target creature an opponent controls with power less than Warzone Duplicator's power to its owner's hand. If that creature wasn't a token, conjure a duplicate of it into your hand. It perpetually gains. You may spend mana as though it was any colour to cast this. So it's a... It's like a mana war. It bounces one of your opponent's creatures, except you get to copy that creature into your hand and play it. So it's tempo and it's card advantage as well. Seems pretty good. And it's you can also prototype it, so it's basically a hill giant. Okay, piece it together. Starting intensity 1, draw a card, piece it together's intensity is 4. Instead, take an extra turn after this one. Perpetually increase piece it together's intensity and the intensity of cards named piece it together in your graveyard, hand, and library by 1. Okay, so you have 4 of them in your deck, and when you cast the 4th one, it's a Time Walk. Pretty nice, obviously very nice if you're copying this spell and recursing it and such. I'm sure there's a few decks based around this that are you know, making a million turns. I suppose at least it's an uncommon, so anyone can do that pretty much. Another Hercule's Prodigy, Argothian Uprooting. Now this is a rare. Looks like I got an extra rare this time. Sorcery. So green and X. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on each of X target lands you control. So it's X of your lands become 2/2 creatures. And they have reach, haste, and when this creature leaves the battlefield, conjure a card named Forest onto the battlefield tapped. They're still lands. So if they die, they turn into a tapped forest. So you don't have to worry too much about them getting blown up and losing all of your lands. Seems good. Bit like the other card, the other X spell that brings X 1/1 forest dryad creatures into play, I suppose. Except this one has to target lands. Inspiring Statuary. Non-artifact spells you cast have improvised. You see, this explains why my rare was here. So I managed to get a rare from the special artifacts set. Non-artifact spells you cast have improvise, which means you can tap other artifacts to cast the spell. Each artifact you tap pays for 1 mana. Pretty nice. Perilous Iteration. Green and red. Sorcery. Seek a card with mana value 2 or less, and a card with mana value 3 or greater. Discard those cards at the beginning of your next turn's end step. So it's sorcery speed. So you do it on this turn, and that you have until next turn, the end of next turn, to cast them. And it's 2 for 1, I suppose. You get a couple of cards out of it. And they're guaranteed to be non-land cards, so that's pretty nice. Right, by Elspeth's command. How do I read this? If it's going to put the soldier token here. Kind of annoying. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose one that wasn't chosen during your last combat. Up to 1 target soldier perpetually gets +1/+1 and gains flying. Choose a soldier card in your hand. It perpetually gets +1/+1 and gains vigilance. Create a 1/1 Godless Soldier artifact creature token. Okay, yeah. Pretty decent, I think. 3 mana enchantment that gives you value. Could potentially make a 1/1 soldier every turn with this. So it's like a wedding announcement or something that just keeps giving you creatures. And you've got the option of buffing up creatures, giving them evasion. Seems good. Okay, I think, yeah, that is it. Actually, why not? We'll chuck in a Kamigawa booster. Just as an added little bonus. It's just sort of sitting here on its own, looking quite sad. Let's see if I get anything good. Okay, Takenuma Abandoned Mire. I think that's my 4th copy of that. That's nice enough. Anyway, I think that is a video. Thanks for watching.